A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a landmark decision, the Pennsylvania Supreme Court ruled 4-3 on Monday that mail-in ballots from voters who failed to date their envelopes must not be counted in the upcoming 2024 elections. This ruling has stirred significant controversy, particularly among Democratic counties that had previously chosen to ignore such precedents and count these undated ballots. The court's majority opinion emphasized that compliance with the Pennsylvania Election Code is essential, stating, We have clarified that mail-in and absentee ballots that fail to comply with the requirements of the Pennsylvania Election Code shall not be counted for purposes of the election held on November 5, 2024. This ruling came in the wake of recent decisions by counties such as Philadelphia, Montgomery, and Bucks, all of which had voted to include undated ballots in their counts, citing ambiguities in the law. The Pennsylvania Supreme Court had already ruled on November 1 that undated mail-in ballots should not be counted. Yet some Democratic officials maintained that there was room for interpretation. This ruling has far-reaching implications, especially as the state prepares for a contentious Senate race between incumbent Democrat Robert Casey and Republican challenger Dave McCormick, who is currently leading by a slim margin of under 18,000 votes. The Associated Press has already called the race for McCormick, but the close margin has triggered a recount under state law. The court's decision has drawn sharp criticism from dissenting justices, particularly from the 3 Democrats who argued that it was premature for the court to intervene in this matter. Justice David Wecht expressed concern over the disregard for the court's previous rulings, insisting that local officials must adhere to the law. Justice Kevin Brobson, a Republican, echoed this sentiment, stating that no individual or group has the authority to ignore election code provisions based on personal beliefs about their constitutionality. Lower courts in Pennsylvania had previously ruled that the requirement to date ballots might violate voters' rights under the state constitution, yet the Supreme Court has consistently intervened to uphold the dating requirement. In Philadelphia, Democratic commissioners voted to count over 600 undated ballots, while Montgomery County's Democratic officials also sought to include undated ballots in their counts. Neil Mukaja, chair of the County Board of Elections, acknowledged the court's ruling but expressed disappointment over the potential disenfranchisement of eligible voters. In Bucks County, Democratic officials faced backlash for their decision to count undated ballots, with some questioning the validity of such actions in light of the court's rulings. The ruling has sparked a heated debate about the integrity of the electoral process and the importance of adhering to established legal standards. Critics argue that the strict enforcement of the dating requirement disproportionately affects voters who may have made honest mistakes, while supporters claim it is necessary to maintain the rule of law in elections. As the state gears up for the 2024 elections, the implications of this ruling will undoubtedly be felt across the political landscape. With tensions running high and the stakes at an all-time high, the Pennsylvania Supreme Court's decision will shape the future of mail-in voting in the state and potentially set a precedent for other states grappling with similar issues. The ongoing discourse surrounding this ruling highlights the complexities of election laws and the challenges faced by officials tasked with ensuring fair and accurate elections. As the recount looms, all eyes will be on Pennsylvania, where the outcome of the Senate race could have significant ramifications for the balance of power in Washington. With both parties gearing up for a fierce battle, the implications of this ruling will reverberate far beyond the Keystone State, influencing the national conversation around voting rights and election integrity as the country heads into a pivotal election year. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.